Okay, in this video, we'll be continuing our study of how to differentiate exponential functions. We're going to make it slightly harder, so let's try to differentiate this. Y equals x squared times by e to the power of 3x. Now, the first thing I hope you notice about this is that we have got two functions multiplied by each other. We've got one function here, x squared, and we've got another function here, e to the 3x. Now, when we've got two functions multiplied by each other, we use the product rule, right? Because product means we've got two things multiplied. So we call this thing u, and we call this thing v, and hopefully you'll remember that the product rule is the following. Y prime is equal to v times by du dx plus u times by dv dx. So we need to differentiate both u and v and substitute them into this rule. So let's try to do that. So we've got u here is equal to x squared. Our v is equal to e to the 3x. We're going to differentiate both of these. So u prime is equal to 2x. And v prime is equal to 3e to the 3x using the rule that we did in the last video. And we're now going to substitute them in to the rule for the product rule to give us y prime is equal to v, which is e to the 3x, times by du, which is 2x, plus u, which is x squared, times by dv, which is 3e to the 3x. And it's probably a good idea to try to factorize here. You should notice that we have got a common factor of e to the 3x, and we've also got a common factor of x there. So we can factorize out, and we will get x e to the 3x bracket 2 plus 3x. Okay, and that would be our answer. Okay, well, let's try another question. We'll just do one more. Let's say we've got y is equal to e to the 4x divided by x, make it simple. Okay, now what we've got here again is we've got one function divided by another function, right? And when we've got one function divided by another function, we need to use the quotient rule. Quotient rule. And hopefully you'll remember that the quotient rule is v times by du dx minus u times by dv dx all over v squared. Now that minus is quite important. A lot of people forget it. So this thing here we're going to call u. This thing here we'll call v. And so again, what we've got to do is we've got to differentiate both of those. So if u is e to the 4x and v is equal to x, then we can differentiate both of these. So u prime will be 4e to the 4x, and v prime will just be equal to 1. And so we can substitute this into the quotient rule. So we get v times by du dx minus u times by dv dx all over v squared, which in this case is x squared. Okay, well, on the top we can factorize out the common factor, which in this case is e to the 4x. Okay, so I'm going to factorize that out. So we're going to get e to the 4x, big bracket, 4x minus 1, all over x squared. And there we go. We've learned how to develop our understanding of differentiation of the exponential function, but this time using the product rule and the quotient rule, which we learned previously. Okay, I hope that was helpful. I'll see you again next time.